Chosen one. God is sending a wealthy soulmate who will uplift you and relocate you. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. This timeless proverb reminds us that divine timing is never accidental, it's intentional. On spiritual wisdom, today's message is for the chosen ones who have endured the fire of isolation, refinement, and preparation. You didn't just survive. You were being aligned for something greater. God is sending you not just love, but partnership, a soulmate wealthy in spirit and resources, someone who will honor your calling, uplift your energy, and even relocate you into a whole new chapter of destiny. Are you ready to receive this kind of love? Comment below. I am open to divine alignment. And share your thoughts. What does a spiritually wealthy partnership mean to you? Let's grow together on this sacred journey. Chapter 1. The season of isolation had a purpose. Your loneliness was never a punishment. It was divine preparation. God set you apart, not to abandon you, but to cleanse your soul, to strip away the noise of the world, and to refine your discernment. In that sacred space of isolation, your spiritual awakening began. You were not hidden. You were being healed, strengthened, and aligned with the essence of who you truly are. Through that solitude, you learned to stop chasing what was never meant for you. The illusions, the counterfeits, the distractions that once seemed so alluring, they no longer hold power over you. Your spirit has tasted peace, not the fleeting peace that depends on circumstances, but the deep-rooted calm that arises from knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be. You no longer seek external validation because you have come home to yourself. This process carved wisdom into your bones. You now see clearly what aligns with your soul and what does not. You no longer settle for relationships that drain you, opportunities that diminish you, or environments that stifle your spirit. You have been prepared to receive something greater, something real, a love that matches the depth of your transformation. God is sending a soulmate into your life, not just any companion, but one destined for you. This person carries not only material wealth, but spiritual abundance. They are rich in faith, character, and understanding, shaped by their own journey of refinement. They will recognize the divine within you and stand beside you, not in competition, but in partnership. They will honor your vision, speak life into your dreams, and walk with you toward the future you were always meant to build. This connection will not only uplift you, but relocate you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. It will move you into a higher realm of being, a space where you feel seen, supported, and free to expand. Together, you will enter a season where love is no longer about filling voids, but about sharing overflow. This is the fruit of your spiritual awakening, the alignment of your inner growth with the external blessings that now have permission to find you. The season of isolation was the soil where your roots grew deep. It was the groundwork for everything that is about to flourish. Trust the process. The love that is coming has been divinely timed, and it will meet you exactly where you are ready, whole, and awakened. Are you ready to honor the purpose behind your season of isolation? If this message speaks to your soul, comment below. I am prepared for real love to affirm your growth and alignment. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss these powerful insights for your spiritual journey. Chapter 2. The Soulmate. Coming is wealthy in spirit and resources. The soulmate entering your life is unlike anyone you've known before. They are wealthy not only in material resources, but in spiritual depth, wisdom, and purpose. This is someone who has endured their own seasons of refinement, walking through the fires of life's challenges and emerging stronger, more grounded, and deeply aligned with their divine mission. Their wealth is not measured solely by financial means, but by their character, their peace, and the spiritual richness they carry within. They have been prepared, just as you have, for this moment of alignment. This partner will not come to overshadow your light or disrupt your path. Instead, they will magnify the radiance you've cultivated. Their abundance is not a tool for control, but a resource for building together. They will stand beside you, recognizing your strength and honoring your journey. Together, you will create something greater, a partnership rooted in mutual respect, shared purpose, and spiritual alignment. Their mission will complement yours. Their vision will intertwine with yours. They are not here to change your direction, but to walk alongside you as both of your lights expand into something extraordinary. This is a union forged by divine hands. Their heart understands the sacredness of your calling. They see the work you've done in silence, the inner healing, the spiritual growth, the unwavering faith you've carried through seasons of solitude, and they will come ready to pour into that space, not to take from it, but to nourish it, to uplift it, and to see it flourish. Their abundance, both spiritual and material, is meant to multiply with yours, creating a foundation of stability, love, and purpose that will elevate you both. This partnership is about expansion. It's about moving into a realm where both of you can thrive, not just financially, but spiritually and emotionally. They will relocate you not merely to a different place, but to a higher state of being. Together, you will enter new territories of purpose and fulfillment, reaching levels of peace and joy that neither of you could have accessed alone. Their presence will feel like alignment, like destiny unfolding exactly as it was meant to. Their wealth, their faith, their understanding, they are all tools to serve the greater mission that the two of you will share. They know that true abundance lies not just in possessions, but in the capacity to give, to uplift, and to build something lasting. They have been prepared for this moment, just as you have. The convergence of your journeys will spark something powerful, a union that embodies divine timing and sacred purpose. This is the kind of love that transforms not because it fills a void, but because it activates potential. It's a spiritual partnership where both hearts are ready to pour into each other, where both visions align and multiply. The energy between you will not compete, it will collaborate. The love shared will not confine, it will liberate. Together, you will rise into a space of shared abundance, where the material and the spiritual merge to support a higher calling. Comment below, "I am aligned for love and abundance," if you're ready to welcome a soulmate who matches your spirit and purpose. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a message designed to uplift your journey. Chapter 3. Relocation is part of your destiny. God is stirring your spirit, calling you to move not just geographically, but spiritually. Where you are now has served its purpose. It has been the soil for your roots, the ground for your lessons, but it can no longer contain the magnitude of what God is cultivating within you. This is divine repositioning. The environment that once felt like home may now feel restrictive, uncomfortable, even confining, because your soul has outgrown it. Just as an eagle pushes its young from the nest to teach them to fly, God is pushing you toward new horizons, knowing that the next level of your spiritual elevation requires new ground beneath your feet. Relocation is not merely about a physical move. It's about aligning your external world with the growth taking place within. Your spirit is expanding, and the space around you must reflect that expansion. The right atmosphere nurtures your spiritual gifts, sharpens your discernment, and connects you with the divine opportunities assigned to your purpose. Sometimes, this shift may arrive through a soulmate, a person whose presence ushers in the next chapter of your journey. Their alignment with your mission, their spiritual maturity, their resources all serve as instruments of God's plan to relocate not just your body, but your soul into a higher dimension of living. The move may come disguised as a job opportunity, a door you never thought to knock on, or a sudden inner knowing that your time in a certain place has reached its end. Yet behind it all, the hand of God is at work, orchestrating every detail. As Proverbs reminds us, a man may plan his way, but it is the Lord who directs his steps. You are not wandering aimlessly. You are being positioned precisely. Relocation, in the spiritual sense, is a sacred invitation to step into new territory where your gifts will be better received, your voice will echo louder, and your purpose will expand. The land you're being called to may hold connections, opportunities, and blessings that cannot manifest in your current environment. Just as a seed cannot bloom in soil that no longer nourishes it, your destiny cannot fully unfold in a place that limits your growth. You must move to thrive. The soulmate God is sending will not only complement your journey, but may be the catalyst for this move. They bring with them more than companionship, they bring alignment. Their wealth is not solely financial, it is spiritual, emotional, and purposeful. Together, you will build, expand, and elevate beyond what either of you could accomplish alone. This partnership may require a physical relocation, but it will most certainly elevate you spiritually and emotionally into realms you've never known. This divine repositioning is strategic. It's about preparation and alignment, ensuring that as your spirit rises, your surroundings support that elevation. Trust the stirring within you. The discomfort you feel is a sign that your time in the current place is complete. The chapter is closing, not because of failure, but because of fulfillment. God is doing a new thing, making streams in the wasteland, paths in the wilderness. The call to move is the call to receive. Relocation is more than a change of scenery. It is the opening of a new dimension in your life where your purpose meets its fullest expression. If this message resonates with your spirit and you feel the call to step into your next season, declare it in the comments. I am ready for divine relocation. Let this be your affirmation that you trust God's timing and His plan to position you exactly where you're meant to thrive. Chapter 4. God is matching purpose with purpose. This relationship is not merely about love. It is about legacy. It is about two souls, each refined in the fire of experience, coming together to create something far greater than themselves. Both of you have walked through seasons of pain, obedience, and isolation. These were not random trials. They were divine preparations. Every moment of solitude, every act of faith, every tear shed in silence has been shaping you for this appointed time. And now, As your paths converge, the union that forms will be one where purpose meets purpose, where love becomes a vehicle for something eternal. This is a union of mission, a sacred partnership forged not just for personal fulfillment, but for global impact. Together, you will not only share love, you will build with it. Your combined strength will be the foundation for businesses that stand in integrity, ministries that touch hearts, healing spaces that mend broken spirits. This relationship is a calling in itself. It will be a lighthouse for others lost at sea, a living testimony of what happens when two people fully surrender to divine alignment. You will raise children, whether of the body or the spirit, guiding them with wisdom gained through your own journey of spiritual awakening. These children will not only inherit your love, but also your vision, your mission, your unwavering commitment to living in purpose. Your partnership will magnify your individual gifts, blending them into a force that reflects the glory of God in every endeavor. Where once you stood alone, now you will stand together, stronger, brighter, more impactful. The world will not be able to ignore what you create. This love is not meant to be hidden. It is designed to illuminate, to expand the light within you and around you. Your union will be the embodiment of God's promise that when two or more gather in His name, He is present, magnifying their efforts, blessing their work, and expanding their reach. This is not about dependence, nor is it about control. It is about mutual respect, shared vision, and aligned destiny. As the late Dr. Miles Monroe wisely said, "When purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. But when purpose is clear and shared between two souls committed to higher calling, there is no room for abuse, only growth, expansion, and divine multiplication." This is the relationship you've been prepared for, one that aligns with the core of who you are and amplifies the mission embedded in your spirit. Everything you have endured was leading here. The isolation was not a punishment, but preparation. The waiting was not denial, but divine timing. And now, with the merging of your paths, you are stepping into a season where love fuels legacy, where your spiritual awakening finds its counterpart, and where the impact of your union will ripple far beyond what either of you could accomplish alone. This is what happens when God matches purpose with purpose, a sacred partnership that reflects His glory and changes the world. If this message resonated with your spirit today, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Spiritual Wisdom, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on insights that elevate your journey. Together, we're building a legacy of purpose and faith. Comment below, "I am aligned with my divine purpose," to affirm this powerful season of union and mission in your life. Chapter 5. You won't have to force this connection. You will not have to force this connection. It will unfold with ease, like a river naturally finding its course. There will be no confusion, no need for manipulation or guessing games. Instead, this relationship will arrive with undeniable clarity, a spiritual confirmation that echoes deep within your soul. You will know it is right, not because you've convinced yourself, but because peace will flood your spirit. God does not operate through chaos or uncertainty. When He brings two souls together, the signs are clear, the path is smooth, and the heart feels safe. This union is a sacred alignment, one where your spirit instantly recognizes the other. It's as if your souls have been speaking the same language long before your eyes ever meet. There is no striving, no chasing, just the gentle merging of two journeys that were always destined to cross. This connection honors your healing, respects your boundaries, and embraces every part of your spiritual journey. Both of you will come as whole individuals, refined through seasons of growth, ready to build something greater together. The pursuit will be mutual, balanced, and filled with purpose. You will not be left holding the relationship together alone. Instead, both hearts will lean in, both hands will build, and both spirits will rise. The beauty of this love lies in its respect. Respect for where you've been, respect for who you are, and respect for the sacred ground you both stand on. Each of you will honor the other's story, the pain, the lessons, the victories, and in doing so, create a space where trust can deepen. There is no rush to fix or change one another. Instead, healing continues within the safety of the connection. Together, you nurture each other's growth, understanding that the journey is ongoing, but no longer solitary. Spiritually, this is a partnership designed to elevate both of you. There is no competition, no need to outshine the other. Your soulmate will not fear your light. They will reflect it back to you, brighter than ever. This is the kind of connection that multiplies blessings, that expands your capacity to love, to serve, and to step fully into your divine purpose. Two energies intertwining, not to control or limit, but to liberate and empower. You've known struggle, you've known isolation, but now you will know peace in companionship. This connection is not something you can force or fabricate. It is a divine orchestration, unfolding at the perfect time, in the perfect way. And when it comes, you will feel the difference. The striving will cease, and the ease will begin. If this message resonates with your spirit, take a moment to comment, "I am ready for divine connection" below. Let this be your affirmation that you are open to love that flows effortlessly, rooted in peace and mutual respect. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss these powerful insights on your spiritual journey. Chapter 6. Your value will be honored, not overlooked. Past relationships may have left you feeling unseen, like your soul's sacredness was too vast for others to hold. You've endured seasons where you had to explain your depth, where your heart's wisdom felt like too much for those unwilling to meet you in your fullness. But that chapter is closing. A new connection is unfolding, one where your spiritual worth will not only be seen, but honored. There will be no need to justify your dreams, to dim your light, or to make yourself smaller to fit into someone else's limited understanding. This soulmate will recognize your value instinctively, embracing every part of your journey, the triumphs and the trials, with reverence. They will see you as God sees you, whole, worthy, and deeply significant. This connection carries healing in its essence. It is the kind of love that restores what life has worn down. No more pouring from an empty cup or feeling like you are giving more than you receive. This love will speak life over you, affirming the divine purpose etched into your being. It will nurture your spirit, reminding you that your mission matters, that your voice deserves to be heard. Like iron sharpening iron, this partnership will refine and uplift you, not by demanding more of you, but by encouraging the best within you to rise. There will be an ease in this union, a flow that feels natural, where your ambitions and spiritual insights are not only accepted, but celebrated. This soulmate is not coming to save you. They are coming to walk beside you. They arrive as a complement to your journey, bringing their own strength, wisdom, and spiritual grounding. Together, you will create a space where love and purpose intertwine, amplifying each other's light. The burdens you've carried alone for so long will finally have a resting place, shared with someone who understands the magnitude of your calling. This is a spiritual alignment, a meeting of souls designed not only to love, but to build, to heal, and to elevate. In their presence, you will find safety to be fully yourself. There will be no competition, no control, only mutual respect and shared vision. Your past pain, the silent battles, the hidden tears, all of it was preparation for this moment. It was never about punishment, but refinement, shaping you into the man capable of receiving such profound love. This is more than emotional support. It's spiritual restoration, a recalibration of your heart and purpose. You will rise together, two souls aligned, ready to walk into the destiny that has been waiting for you both. If this message has touched your spirit, take a moment to affirm it with faith. Repeat after me. I am worthy of love that honors my value and uplifts my soul. I receive this blessing fully. And if you feel led, share your affirmation in the comments below. Let's stand together in this season of divine recognition and healing love. Chapter 7. Get ready to receive what you prayed for. Your prayers have not gone unheard. The longing you've carried for a love that aligns with your soul's purpose is now being answered. This is not just about romance. It is about a partnership designed to nurture your vision, to protect your heart, and to guide you toward your higher calling. The person stepping into your life brings more than companionship. They bring direction, covering, and a shared mission that complements your spiritual awakening. This union will offer you a sense of security while also challenging you to rise into the fullness of who you are meant to become. But before this divine partnership can fully manifest, preparation is required. Your heart, much like a sacred space, must be cleared of old debris to welcome new growth. Let go of past attachments, unresolved wounds, and lingering doubts. Holding on to what no longer serves you will only crowd the space needed for this destined connection. As Rumi beautifully reminds us, try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you. Release what was, so that what is meant for you can take its rightful place. This is your harvest season. The delays you have endured are shifting into divine acceleration. Where there was waiting, there will now be movement. Where there was silence, there will now be clarity. Every tear, every lonely night, every unanswered question has been preparing the ground beneath you for this very moment. This connection will not only offer comfort, but will also awaken your destiny. Together, you and this person will not just share love. You will magnify purpose, create legacy, and expand the reach of your spiritual mission. Spiritual awakening is about alignment. It is about tuning into the frequency of your purpose so that everything in your life, from relationships to opportunities, resonates with that vibration. This is not mere chance. It is divine timing in action. Your prayers have been heard, and the universe is conspiring to bring them to fruition. Faith is not a passive state. It is active preparation. When you clear space in your heart and life, you signal that you are ready. You are setting the table before the feast arrives. Trust that this moment has been divinely orchestrated. As it says in Hebrews 11 verse 1, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Though you may not see the full picture yet, know that everything is unfolding according to a higher plan. Your season is shifting, your heart is being prepared, and your destiny is awakening. If this message resonates with your spirit, it's time to claim it. Declare your readiness by commenting below, "I am ready to receive." Let this be your bold affirmation that your heart and life are open for the love, partnership, and purpose you've been praying for. Your season of harvest is here. Step into it with faith. Thank you for joining me on this journey of spiritual insight. If this message spoke to your heart and spirit today, don't keep it to yourself like this video. Share it with someone who needs this encouragement, and subscribe to Spiritual Wisdom for more uplifting content designed to guide you on your divine path. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next message meant just for you. Until next time, stay aligned, stay open, and trust that what's meant for you is already on its way. Chosen one, it's time to tell you everything. God decides. Many are called, but few are chosen. This timeless truth reminds us that being chosen isn't about status, it's about purpose. In today's message, Chosen One, it's time to tell you everything God decides. We're diving deep into what it means to step fully into your divine calling. As you listen, ask yourself, what is God trying to reveal to me right now? These principles aren't just spiritual, they're practical tools you can apply to your daily life for clarity, confidence, and breakthrough. If this message stirs something within you, comment below. I'm ready for what God has prepared for me. And don't forget to share your thoughts. Your story may inspire someone else on their journey. Let's get into it. 1. You are on the brink of a divine shift. There are moments in life when something deep within you stirs, and you can feel that everything is about to change. This, right here, is one of those moments, a spiritual awakening that marks the beginning of a divine shift in your life. You are not here by accident. You're not listening to this by coincidence. This is a calling that was written long ago, and now it's coming to life right before your eyes. You, chosen one, are standing on the edge of transformation. And not just any transformation, it's spiritual, it's energetic, and it's divine. God has already made his decision. He has chosen this moment to begin unfolding the plans he has for your life. And what lies ahead is no longer about striving or waiting. It's about stepping into the season of receiving. You've spent years longing, hoping, surviving through battles that many never even saw. But now, heaven is shifting things in your favor. This isn't a motivational pep talk, it's a confirmation. Your spirit has been prepared for such a time as this. This is not merely a change in mindset, it's a change in your entire frequency, in your posture, and in your alignment with divine order. And this shift is not just spiritual in nature, it is also practical and visible. Doors that were once shut are creaking open. Conversations that seemed impossible are beginning to unfold. The energy around you is no longer resisting, it's aligning. God is putting things into motion that no man can stop. But you must be ready, because walking into your destiny means shedding what no longer serves you. It means rising above distractions, letting go of fear, and embracing a life that demands courage, faith, and action. In today's modern world filled with uncertainty, stress, and distraction, it's easy to become numb to the voice of God. But this is a reminder to listen, tune out the noise, and honor your calling in life. You are not like everyone else. You have been spiritually set apart, and now is the time to live it. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because that moment is here. Start building that business. Start writing that book. Start pursuing what your heart knows is right, because when you move, heaven moves with you. The change you are experiencing is not a glitch. It is divine timing. Every obstacle, every delay, every tear you have shed has been preparation for this exact turning point. So don't hesitate. Own this moment. Let your actions reflect the spiritual authority that has been placed over your life. You have been chosen not only to survive, but to thrive, to lead and inspire others through your living testimony of transformation. This is your sacred wake-up call. Say yes to it with every part of your being. Your spiritual awakening is no more. Comment below, "I do," as an affirmation of your determination. 2. Everything you've endured was preparation. Everything you've gone through, every heartbreak, every moment of confusion, every silent battle fought behind closed doors was not without purpose. Those experiences weren't coincidences or cruel twists of fate. They were preparation. God, in His infinite wisdom, has been using the very things that tried to break you to build you. You may have questioned why your path seemed harder than others, why doors didn't open when you knocked, or why relationships that felt right ended so painfully. But the truth is, you weren't being denied. You were being developed. This is not just about survival. This is about spiritual growth. You are not the same person you were yesterday, because the process has refined you, not destroyed you. And now, that long-awaited clarity is arriving. The fog is lifting. You're beginning to understand who you truly are, a chosen one. You were set apart, not because you were better, but because you were meant for something greater. Think about the story of the man who worked years at a company, always overlooked, always last to be recognized. But in the silence of his consistency, he built discipline, patience, and character. One day, when the company faced a major crisis, he was the only one prepared with the wisdom, the calm, and the solutions. He wasn't promoted by chance. He was promoted by preparation. Just like him, your silence has been speaking volumes in the spiritual realm. Your hidden work, your quiet prayers, your resilience when no one was watching it all mattered. Can you now see that every delay was actually a layer of preparation? That every no was protection, and every wait was an investment in your future? The reason it took longer for you is because the calling on your life is greater. You're not just waking up to this message today by accident. This is spiritual alignment in action. You've reached the season where God reveals why the pain was necessary and why you were the one chosen to carry the mantle. Spirituality isn't just about rituals or knowledge. It's about surrender, transformation, and readiness. And now, you're ready. Ready to lead, to speak, to rise. So let me ask you this. What has your pain taught you about who you are? What strength have you discovered in your struggle that you didn't know existed before? You're being called into a higher level of awareness, not only for yourself, but for others watching you. Your story is someone else's survival guide. Your breakthrough will be someone else's blueprint. And this, right now, is your defining moment. You are no longer who you were. You are who you became through the fire. God never wastes pain. He repurposes it. You've been refined, not ruined. Strengthened, not stopped. So, walk boldly, speak truthfully, love deeply. This is your time. The lesson here is clear. Everything serves a divine purpose, even the things that once felt like setbacks. Spirituality is the journey of seeing beyond what's visible and trusting what's eternal. Let this be the moment you stop asking why it happened to you and start asking what it was preparing you for. Because the answer, the chosen one, is unfolding right now, and it's bigger than anything you imagined. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. What is your perspective on the importance of this value? Share your insights, and let's continue this conversation. 3. Your divine identity is being unveiled. You are not here by accident, and deep down, you already know that. There's a reason you've always felt different, a little out of place, as if the world around you was never quite able to understand the depth of your thoughts or the sensitivity of your spirit. You've carried something special since the day you were born, an invisible mark, a divine signature etched into your soul that set you apart for something greater. The truth is, you are a chosen one. And now, the time has come for your divine identity to be unveiled. God is not just whispering anymore. He is calling you out of hiding. Everything you've been through, from the pain to the delays, was not random. It was all part of the spiritual preparation to reveal the fullness of who you really are. As Scripture reminds us in Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." That future begins now, and it begins with recognition, recognizing that your spiritual wisdom, your resilience, and your ability to sense what others overlook were never flaws. They were divine fingerprints. You've likely questioned why life has felt so intense, why relationships often require more discernment, and why your path has never been easy. Could it be that God was shaping your strength in private before unveiling your purpose in public? This is more than just personal growth. This is a spiritual awakening. The veil is lifting, not just from your eyes, but from your spirit. You're about to see clearly what has always been hidden in plain sight. Your purpose, your anointing, your calling. You were never meant to live a life of confusion or compromise. You were meant to live with clarity, boldness, and alignment with your Creator. Have you noticed how, recently, the signs have intensified? Dreams that seem too real to ignore. Repeated numbers. Encounters that feel divinely orchestrated. That's not a coincidence. That's confirmation. It's God's way of reminding you the time has come to remember who you are. So I ask you, what would change if you finally believed that your life was never ordinary? What decisions would you make if you walked with the full knowledge that you are divinely appointed and spiritually equipped? How would you move if you knew that heaven itself was backing your every step? This is not a fantasy. This is a shift, a holy moment, a divine awakening. And it starts with your yes. The same God who knit you together in your mother's womb is now positioning you to step fully into the destiny He designed just for you. So don't be surprised when the people around you start falling away, when certain doors close, or when your spirit becomes restless in familiar places. That's your confirmation. It's time to move, time to rise, time to accept what God already decided. He's not waiting for you to be perfect. He's waiting for you to be present. Spiritual wisdom begins the moment you surrender to divine timing and walk boldly in who you were always meant to be. share your story, or simply type, "I am growing," if you're committed to using every moment to improve yourself. Let's keep this conversation going. I can't wait to hear your insights. 4. A major spiritual shift is coming in 7 days. Chosen one, if you're hearing this message, it's because you're being spiritually aligned with divine timing, and there are no coincidences in the realm of purpose. A major spiritual shift is on its way set to unfold within the next 7 days, and this isn't just a metaphor or a hopeful prediction. It's a divine appointment on your spiritual calendar. God's timing is never late and never early, it is precise. Just as Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 reminds us, "To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven." This moment is your season. For too long, you've been holding on, waiting, praying in the silence, wondering when the breakthrough would come. But the spiritual awakening that's been stirring in the background is about to move to the forefront of your reality. You may have felt the pressure, the strange emotional tension, the sleepless nights, and the unexplainable bursts of energy or anxiety. Those are all spiritual signals. They're not random. They are confirmations that something sacred is shifting in the unseen realm. And now, in this divine window of 7 days, God is about to take what seemed impossible and make it undeniably real. This kind of transformation doesn't just change your circumstances, it changes your identity. You are evolving into the person you were always meant to become. And that process is not about trying harder. It's about aligning deeper. Think about it. Every meaningful change in your life didn't come through force. It came through surrender. And this is exactly what you're being called into now. Not more hustle, but more harmony with your divine design. The answers you seek are already on their way to you, not because you deserve them by worldly standards, but because spiritually you have been chosen for this journey. Over the next 7 days, you must boldly step into your purpose, cut through the noise, and focus on what matters. Say no to distractions and yes to God's guidance. Begin your mornings in silence. Speak your intentions out loud. Be quick if you are led, and keep your heart open. Because miracles don't just happen to those who expect them. They happen to those who are prepared. As you shift, things will begin to align. Unexpected calls will come. Resources will appear. New ideas will flow. You are not delusional. You are awakening. This is what a true spiritual awakening feels like. Realizations come more quickly. Burdens become lighter. And clarity begins to overcome confusion. You are entering a new chapter that only God can write, and He is turning the page right now. So let this be your wake-up call to embrace your identity, walk in divine confidence, and truly believe that the life you have prayed for is now taking shape around you. Are you ready? Because heaven does not move on fear, it moves on faith. And your faith, the chosen one, is being rewarded. This is your moment. Don't miss the magnitude of what is being born in this sacred 7-day shift. Be vigilant, humble, and ready. Comment below, "I am ready," as an affirmation of your determination on this wonderful journey. 5. It's time to let go and take action. It's time to let go and truly take action. If you've been feeling stuck, afraid, or burdened by the weight of your past, I want you to hear this clearly. That season of waiting, doubting, and overthinking is finished. God is not just whispering anymore. He's calling you forward with a powerful invitation to step into the life you were always meant to live. You were not created to dwell in fear or to carry shame that was never yours to begin with. It's time to release it. You are being called to forgive not just others, but also yourself. Because forgiveness isn't about excusing what happened. It's about freeing yourself so you can rise. You cannot soar spiritually while holding on to emotional baggage. Spiritual growth demands movement, and movement requires letting go. Think of it this way: you can't run a race while dragging an anchor. So why do you keep trying? Let me tell you a story. There was a man named Marcus who spent over 20 years working a job he hated, feeling like life had passed him by. He was full of what-ifs and if-onlys, paralyzed by regret and fear. But one day, he woke up and decided to forgive the people who had hurt him, and more importantly, to forgive himself for not acting sooner. That single act of courage started a domino effect. He enrolled in a class, launched a small business, and eventually became a mentor for young men seeking purpose. What changed wasn't the world, it was Marcus. His inner decision to let go triggered a spiritual shift. That's what God is calling you into now. Don't wait until everything feels perfect. Perfection is a myth. Obedience is what unlocks purpose. Can you feel it stirring in your heart? That pull? That deep knowing? It's not coincidence, it's divine timing. So ask yourself, what are you still holding on to that God already told you to release? Friend, this is about more than just motivation. This is spiritual alignment. Every time you hesitate, doubt gains ground. But every time you move in faith, heaven responds. Remember, faith without works is dead. James 2:17. That means your action is the proof of your belief. Your calling will not chase you, you must pursue it. The waiting season has served its purpose. It taught you patience, built your character, and deepened your faith. But now, the lesson has shifted. It's time to apply what you've learned. This is your moment to rise, to act, to say yes to the divine assignment placed on your life. Don't let another day go by, wondering what if. Let this be the day you break the cycle. Let this be the day you choose spiritual growth over comfort, obedience over fear, destiny over delay. So here's the lesson. Spiritual growth begins where fear ends. You cannot walk into your divine calling while still chained to yesterday. Release the fear, forgive the past, and step forward with courage. Ask yourself, what does obedience look like for you today? What one step can you take that aligns with your purpose and faith? Share your thoughts in the comments, because your journey might just inspire someone else to take their first step too. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might need these great values. Let's continue this conversation and go deeper into what these values really mean. 6. Your spiritual and creative power will be activated. Your spiritual wisdom is about to be activated in a way that changes everything. As the timeline shifts, both in your life and in the collective energy around you, your spiritual gifts will begin to awaken more deeply, and your creative power will ignite with new intensity. This is not by accident. Nothing that is happening in your life right now is random. You are being positioned, not punished. You are being called, not confused. It's all part of a divine plan designed specifically for you. When the spiritual frequency around you changes, you begin to receive insight that was once hidden. Doors that were previously shut start to open, and your soul begins to recognize divine alignment as your new normal. Suddenly, things begin to make sense why certain people left, why some things didn't work out, and why you were forced to grow through pain instead of comfort. That was spiritual preparation for a much greater release of power. The creative energy that's about to flow through you is not just about producing art, music, or business. It's about building a life that reflects divine intention. When you're walking in alignment with God's timing, you don't chase anything. You attract it. The right people, the right opportunities, and the right resources start showing up, not because you're lucky, but because you're aligned. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, there is a force in the universe which, if we permit it, will flow through us and produce miraculous results. That force is now moving through you. And it's not just spiritual, it's strategic. It's going to help you break patterns that have kept your light hidden for too long. So let me ask you this. Have you been feeling a shift within you lately? A subtle but growing sense that you're not who you used to be, and you can't go back to how things once were? That's because you've outgrown the old version of yourself. You're no longer just surviving. You're being called to create, to lead, and to live fully awake. But here's the truth. With every shift in destiny comes a test of faith. It may not look like things are aligning yet, but spiritual wisdom reminds us that God works behind the scenes long before we ever see the result. Faith is the evidence of things not seen, and your ability to trust in what is unseen is what activates the blessings that have been stored up for you. You are not behind. You are right on time. And as this divine alignment increases, your inner vision will expand. You'll begin to see the version of yourself that God always saw, capable, chosen, and equipped. So don't hold back now. Don't shrink to fit into spaces that no longer reflect your power. You've been gifted with spiritual wisdom to not only understand the changes happening around you, but to rise because of them. Now, are you ready to step into the version of yourself that no longer doubts, no longer delays, and no longer denies your calling? Because the world needs that version of you. The version that remembers who you are. The version that walks in alignment and no longer seeks validation from people who never understood your mission in the first place. This is your moment, not just to hear this message, but to live it. And when you do, you'll find that your timeline isn't just shifting, it's transforming everything you touch. And if you feel inspired by this message, type "I trust the process" as a way to affirm your strength, patience, and commitment to growth. Let's grow together. 7. A new season of abundance, love, and peace has arrived. A new season has arrived, and it's unlike anything you've ever known. This is more than a shift in your circumstances. It is a spiritual awakening, a divine recalibration of your soul that sets you on a path of profound transformation. You are not here by accident. If you are hearing these words right now, it's because something inside you is ready to release the past, ready to step into clarity, and ready to receive the truth that God has been preparing you for all along. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord in Jeremiah 29:11. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a future and a hope. That future begins now. You are entering a new season, a sacred chapter marked by abundance, love, and a peace that surpasses all understanding. But let me be clear, This isn't just about external blessings. It's about something far deeper. God is shifting the atmosphere of your life by first shifting the atmosphere within your spirit. Your inner world is being restructured by divine wisdom so that you can carry the weight of your calling with integrity and strength. This awakening isn't just a moment, it's a movement inside you. The battles that once drained you will lose their power. The relationships that once caused confusion will be replaced by divine alignment. The noise of the world will no longer drown out your discernment because now your spirit is tuned into a higher frequency. Many people live their entire lives never realizing they've been chosen for something greater. But you, the chosen one, are not like the rest. You are not here to survive. You are here to thrive, to embody truth, and to reflect God's glory on earth. This is your invitation to rise. And as you rise, you will begin to see how God has been orchestrating every event in your life to lead you to this moment of clarity and empowerment. Even the setbacks were setups for something greater. The pain had purpose. The waiting built wisdom. And now, the blessings you are about to receive will not just change your bank account, they will transform your spirit. Let this truth sink in. The new season you've stepped into is not about striving. It's about aligning. You don't have to chase anything. You simply have to become who God called you to be. In a world that glorifies hustle, God is teaching you to rest in His promise. In a society obsessed with proving worth, the Spirit is reminding you that your worth was already decided by heaven. This is spiritual wisdom at its highest level, understanding that your identity doesn't come from what you do, but from who you are. And that, chosen one, is your greatest power. As you embrace this awakening, ask yourself, what are you still holding on to that no longer serves the man God is calling you to become? What fears are still speaking louder than faith? What would happen if you fully surrendered to the path God laid before you? The answers to these questions aren't just for reflection, they're keys to your next breakthrough. Because in this new season, spiritual clarity is the foundation for spiritual power. Let your actions reflect the revelation that has been poured into you today, and watch how quickly your life begins to align with divine purpose. If this message speaks to you, take it a step further and share it with someone who might need this reminder. Together, we can build connections rooted in honesty and respect. As we come to the end of this message, remember that this video revealed a powerful truth. You are a chosen one, divinely guided and positioned for transformation. God decides the timing, the path, and the purpose, and now is your moment to walk boldly in faith. Embrace this season of spiritual awakening and allow it to shape your daily decisions, mindset, and growth. How will you respond to God's call on your life? Let us know in the comments what resonated most with you today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Spiritual Wisdom, and turn on notifications so you never miss a message that speaks directly to your soul.